This might be just a little bit too bright. Hey guys, it's Veneer, and today I'm going to answer your questions on my previous video. And the first question is from Susie Snake, and she says, fantastic artwork, thank you. Do you have any favorite animators, and what is your favorite animated film? No, I don't have any favorite animators. And favorite animated film, I don't think so either. Maybe if I would have to choose something, it would have to be some movie from Studio Ghibli. Not really creative, but they do make good movies in terms of animation. So I guess something from them. I do have a favorite animated show though, and that would be Ergo Proxy. So that one I love a lot. It's great. Next question is from Franco Lopez. Can you do some cooking tutorials? Greetings from Mexico. Greetings to Mexico and from Cyprus. I could do that, but I'm probably not the right person, as I figured out the other day when I tried to make actually a recipe video. Or it wasn't really a recipe video, because with recipes you give specific numbers, like how much of what you use and how long you cook everything, and I don't really cook that way. I don't even have a kitchen scale, so it's always a bit different how I do stuff. And the food that I prepared and that I recorded ended up tasting really good, but the process was too chaotic, I think. I don't think it would really make for a good video, so I gave up on that idea a bit. At least for now. I feel like I'm maybe not the right person to do this kind of videos. So who knows, maybe in the future, but not anytime soon, I think. Next question is from Archaerodactyl. Is that how you pronounce it? And it sounds like a Pokemon name. I could be wrong though. Anyways, the question is, why did you become vegan? It started with health. My wife and I, we just started to look into healthy eating, and we just cut out more and more things. We didn't really come across a lot of information that I would have liked to come across earlier, especially in terms of ethics, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, we just cut out more and more things for health reasons. And then we just kind of stumbled into veganism. Next question from Joe Haddad. Who or what got you into veganism, or at least made you think about it for the first time? I would have to say my wife. Like, we did everything, the whole process basically together. But she came with the first idea of cutting down animal products. So there wasn't really anyone else, so I would say my wife. Samantha DeRay asks, what made you want to start animation? For two reasons. I mean, first of all, I have drawn for a long time already. I always liked drawing as far as I remember. And I also liked watching anime on TV when I grew up. So I liked to draw and I liked watching anime. That kind of made me want to do animation as well, even though it took a couple of years to actually start doing something. Next question is from Vegan Cat Lady, and it's in German, so I will just try to translate as I go along here reading this. Beautiful, thank you very much. I would like to ask my questions in German, if that's fine. For how long have you been vegan? For about 4 years. I don't know the exact date, because it was kind of like a process, and being vegan wasn't the ultimate end goal at first, because I didn't know a lot of things. But yeah, so because of that, I don't know the exact date, but about 4 years. What do you do for a job, or does it have anything to do with artwork? Okay, you're not actually asking what I do for a job, you're just asking if it has anything to do with artwork. And no, it doesn't at all. Did you learn video editing and art-related stuff all by yourself? Yeah, I did. So I didn't go to school or anything for that. Do you have any other hobbies? I used to play table tennis. That was a lot of fun, but not anymore. Ever since I graduated from high school, I guess it's what you call it, and started university. So that's when I stopped doing that. And other than playing table tennis, I, well, do like to play video games if I can. So that's fun. Then music, what music do you like? I used to listen to metal and metal only, but now I guess I'm more diverse, and I'm usually leaning towards listening to rock or metal, this kind of stuff, but also other things. In which part of Germany do you live? I used to live in the south of Germany, not anymore because I'm living in Cyprus now. So from Baden-Württemberg, close to Stuttgart actually. Yeah, and will you be at any vegan festival or so? Because I'm not living in Germany right now, that's kind of difficult. Here in Cyprus, there aren't really any vegan festivals or stuff like that anyway, so maybe in the future, I really hope so actually to get to some of those vegan meetings and stuff, but not anytime soon. Okay, next question from Broski for you. Love art, can you draw any anime characters? Not from the top of my head. I mean, I guess I could draw some well-known characters like Son Goku or Naruto from the top of my head and you would be able to recognize them, but I'm not sure how good they would look, so I guess that covers your question. Next question is from Rick Sanchez. He asks, what are your top 3 favorite fruits and top 3 meals? I guess that would change depending on the day, especially the fruits. Right now, I guess I would like to have cherries, mango, and avocados are fruits, right? I think avocados are fruits, so avocados would be number 3. But again, that changes depending on the day or time of the day, so ask me another time, the answer would be different. And top 3 meals, I guess any pasta dish that's vegan and, well, somewhat well prepared. Then oatmeal, I would have to say, because that's what I eat almost every morning. And vegan dumplings. So just, you know, a dough made from flour, a bit of salt and water, and then prepare a filling for it from vegetables. And then, you know, fill the dough with vegetables, put them in boiling water, and ready are your dumplings. That's pretty awesome, so I guess that would be my number 3. Next question, or questions, from Luke Truman. Holy crap, that's insane. Thank you. I'll just list off a few questions then. Do you get involved in any other activism apart from YouTube, for example, Anonymous for the Voiceless? No, I don't, not at the moment. I hope that I can do some other forms of activism in the future. Actually, some trivia here. I started my channel mostly because I wanted to do some form of activism, but I couldn't see myself in more direct forms of activism because just of, I guess, my character. Like, I'm not really confrontational, and I felt, I don't know, I didn't really feel comfortable with it at all. And I know you can go, you know, beyond your comfort zone and stuff, and you should, but it just, I don't know, there was something in me that made me not do it. And I thought, but I do want to play my part in the vegan movement, so to speak. So I thought about things that I can do other than street activism and this kind of stuff, and that's kind of why I ended up starting the channel. So yeah, to your question again, no, not at the moment, but maybe in the future. Yeah. Number 2, what's your favorite vegan food? I guess I kind of talked about that just the previous question, so let's skip this one. Number 3 is, as a DBZ fan, who's your favorite character and what do you think of Super? Dragon Ball Super, I actually didn't watch most of it. Just the arc that is running right now with this tournament thing, that's what I watched most episodes of, and it's fine to just, you know, watch it here or there, but it's nothing that would really blow me away. Number 4, you ever come to England before or planning to? If you ever come to Bristol, let's get a pint. Yeah, sure. If I can get to Bristol, I will let you know. But yeah, I've been to England once last year for a few days. I've been to London and it was really good, mostly because of all the vegan options. So that was really great because here in Cyprus, it's kind of in terms of, vegan options. I don't know when I will be able to go to London, to England the next time, so we'll see. Sanctum asks, did you go to university to learn to animate, or is it self-taught, and what programs do you use to create your animated YouTube videos? I didn't go to any place to learn stuff like that, animation or drawing, so it's self-taught, and I'm still teaching myself because I just started animating kind of when I started the channel. I did do like 2 or 3 small animations before, but yeah, that was nothing serious. So I'm still learning, I'm trying to teach it myself. And what programs do I use? I use Adobe Flash and Photoshop and Sony Vegas. At the start, I only used Photoshop and Sony Vegas, so I would draw in Photoshop and export the pictures, like the single images, and then put them in Sony Vegas, this editing software, to make an animation from it. Now I mostly use Adobe Flash CS6, which is now called Adobe Animate also, the newer versions, and do most of it there. And some other stuff in Sony Vegas after I finished the main work in Adobe Flash. Whew, next question. David Rico, what motivated you to start a YouTube channel and how's been up so far, experience-wise? I guess I kind of actually answered that before. So I wanted to do some sort of, maybe not activism really, a kind of activism, but just play my role in the vegan movement. That's kind of how I think of it, to advance the vegan agenda. And that's kind of what led me to starting the YouTube channel, because I didn't feel comfortable with other sorts of activism. Orklin asks, are there any subjects that you would like to make a video about other than veganism? I am kind of interested in psychology, like human psychology and stuff, so I guess that would tie into veganism though. So maybe psychology related stuff, but probably not happening anytime soon. And other than that, not at the moment. I could imagine doing other things, but not at the moment. Okay, next part of your questions. What do you think about people calling vegans leftist or communists? I myself think that veganism has nothing to do with politics and should not be identified as part of any political or social movement, party or action other than promotion of animal welfare, liberation, human health and better environment. Yeah, I totally agree. So can't really say much more. It has nothing to do with politics. The Ethical Marshmallow. Have you done 3D animation before? If so, how did you like it? If not, did you or do you ever want to try it? I haven't tried it before. I could imagine doing it, but I'm not really that interested, especially because I have so much to learn in 2D animation. And I also enjoy watching 2D animations more somehow, so I guess I also enjoy creating it more, like even if I would try 3D animation, so I wouldn't rule it out, but not anytime soon. Bishbosh Josh asks, or says, awesome work, first of all, thank you very much. And how long have you been vegan and what made you make the change? Keep up the great content. Thank you very much, and I will skip this question just because I kind of answered it before. So let's continue with Dana Mox's questions. So amazing artwork, thank you. Questions, why did you leave Germany? Weather and money related things too, and also because I wanted to have more distance from, I guess, my previous environment, speaking about people. Yeah, and what languages do you speak? German and English. I was supposed to learn French in middle school for about 4 years, but I don't speak any French, so that kind of failed. And I wouldn't say I do speak a bit of Japanese. I actually hardly know anything anymore. I did have 1 semester, so half a year of Japanese in university. It was fun, but it was just like half a year, so I did learn some basics. Probably forgot most of it though, at this point. Next question, did you get a new drawing pad yet? Yeah, I did get a backup, or actually no, this is my current one and the old one is my backup. It looks like this, so it's a bit bigger. I couldn't like just go for a really cool one with screen and everything. That would have been insanely expensive, but now I can be sure if anything happens to this one, I have a backup, because the other one started failing me sometimes, so I really had to get something new, even if it was just a slight update. Next question, which are your favorite YouTube channels? That's really difficult. I guess it would be more interesting if I would say channels outside of vegan content, but really the only channel that I watch almost every video of is Vegan Gains. I like many channels that have to do with veganism and also some that don't, but I wouldn't call any of them my favorite channels. So I guess my channel is my favorite channel. That's what I should say probably. Let's go to the next question. How many pets do you have? 2. We have 2 cats. We picked them up from the streets because here in Cyprus there are a lot of street cats. It's like a big problem. Those cats, they were fed already from a lady who lived there, and she fed like 20 cats or more. And so we said, okay, if they get fat anyway, even though I'm not feeling comfortable really with buying cat food, still not, even after 2 years now, 1.5 years or so. But I guess how I justify it for myself is that they would get the food anyway, just now we can give them shelter and cuddles and hugs. Next question from Charlie. The wolf turned out amazing. I like how cool the blue looks, yet when you invert the colors it looks surprisingly realistic. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad that the effect worked. And some questions, since you asked, what do you think of vegan activists criticizing other vegans? Do you think it is needed to keep each other intellectually honest, or do you think it's better if we Just focus on convincing non-vegans. Yeah, I think that's good. It's healthy. I think it's also necessary. Obviously, some people, they kind of want to come across as they just want to criticize and have legit reasons to do so, but actually they kind of just do it for the sake of publicity or yeah, even if they don't really have a point. Whatever, like generally speaking, it's a healthy thing to do, so to criticize other vegans, so I think that's fine. The second point, what do you think of the vegan label? Do you know someone who is plant-based and has vegan morals but doesn't like the vegan label? Not personally, I've seen it multiple times on the internet though, so yeah, people like that exist definitely, but I don't know any in person. Third question, would you ever consider making a what I eat in a day video but animated? I like to see animated food and I think the format fits well. I guess I could do that, but honestly, only if I can throw in some informational, maybe educational kind of stuff so you could share it with others. I could think about it, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. Again, I've said that so many times. Not anytime soon, but yeah, it's an idea to think about though. So who knows? I will keep it in mind. And D, what's your favorite animal? Mine is shoebill. They are awesome. Let me Google what a shoebill is. Oh, holy crap, they're really awesome. They look like dinosaurs, but with tiny legs. Yeah, they're pretty cool, I would agree. In general, I would say just birds. I love birds, really all birds. So pigeons, ducks, shoebills, and any other birds you can see. I love birds. So birds. Next question from Talita29. Amazing drawing, dude. Thank you. And question 1, how old are you and how old were you when you started being vegan? I'm 31 years old and 4 years ago is when I started being vegan. I'm not 31 years old. Or whatever I just said. I just said something. So I think I said 31 years old and I'm not. I'm 23. Der Zuschauer asks, what's the biggest drawback, if there is one, of being vegan? And Baby Chicks Dig Vegans answered, pretty sure he's going to say something along the lines of dealing with all the non-vegans, being vegan in a non-vegan society that doesn't understand, but we will see. Yeah, I guess there aren't really any objective drawbacks. It's really just because of the world we live in, and it's emotionally and mentally sometimes maybe a bit, I wouldn't say draining, but it can be tough if you look around and see what's going on, and you know, that's just the kind of thing. So there aren't really any objective drawbacks as I see them, or as I see it. Next question from Kirsty B. The wolf is amazing, thank you very much. And can I buy the original and a copy of the finished product? I think I will just actually write you a PM about that. Yeah, I will write you a PM about that. Next question. Luhan Bruce. Stunning art. It was a pleasure watching the wolf unfold. Thanks for sharing, Veneer. You're welcome and thank you. Question, who is your favorite vegan activist? Top 3, 5, 10, however many you wish to share. And what makes you feel so strongly about them and their work? It's just the same. I actually wasn't aware that I have such a hard time just deciding on any favorites. I just think for almost nothing there are favorites in my head. So yeah, no favorites, sorry. What's your favorite Pokemon? I forgot the English name, but it's this one. Where are you from? Germany, but I live in Cyprus. Baby Chicks Dig Vegans asks, if money wasn't an issue, how would you use your channel to promote veganism? Would you make feature-length animated film? Keep making the same short hypocrisy type videos? Would you do anything different? That's a really good question. I have something in my head that I really want to do at some point if I have the means to do it. I would like to do something that's more like an actual piece of art, like with music, maybe music themed, like themed around the piece of music, and then tell a story. I do have actually some rough idea, but I won't speak about what exactly that would be. So I would say definitely things would be different. I would try to make maybe bigger projects. Like if money really was no issue at all, I would try to do some bigger projects for sure. And also maybe get other people involved to help me out with things like voice acting definitely, and also artwork, like background artwork, or just generally music, stuff like that. So I would definitely say things would look different. Paris asks, how did you come up with the idea of making a YouTube channel about animation, vegan lifetimes, jokes, etc.? Really love it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. And I kind of answered that before, I guess. So I just thought about what I can do for the vegan movement, because I don't feel like I am able to do certain other things. And then I just thought what I can do outside of veganism, and I do like to draw. I'm not the best artist, but I can do some stuff, some things. So I just combined the two and this happened. We the Tree People, that's a clever name, asks, are you agnostic? So agnostic means a person who holds the view that any ultimate reality such as God is unknown and probably unknowable broadly, one who is not committed to believing in either the existence or in the non-existence of God or a God. I wouldn't put myself there, but I guess it kind of fits to a degree. So I wouldn't say it's unknowable. I just think humans aren't really an evolved species in general, in the grand scheme of things. So, but what I do say is that I don't believe in a God for sure, like in a religious sense, because I actually was brought up as a Catholic child, and I even served in church. But I think when I was like 12 years old or so, maybe even earlier, I don't know, I kind of realized that something's off with religion, and I stopped going to church, which was kind of tricky because of how I was brought up, parents and stuff. But yeah, so I don't believe in religion at all. I do think there is a lot more to life than many people would like to think, but yeah. It's just a difficult question for me, because with these terms, I don't feel like I fit in either atheism nor agnosticism. Religion, definitely not either, so I don't know what I am. But I do think that agnosticism still comes closest to my beliefs, thinking patterns and stuff like that. Heather Holt asks, what is the main reason you continue to be vegan, and what mostly motivates you to do the amazing animations you do for YouTube? First of all, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy them. And the main reason, well, everything makes sense for the current time we live in, for just the state we are as a species, and just I guess what keeps me vegan is that everything about it makes sense for this point in time. So that's, yeah, I guess the answer here. And what motivates me to continue doing animations? I just want to play my role in the vegan movement. I just want to see the world change to get to a better place. And although it's not much in the grand scheme of things, I just try to do what I can do. Next question by Solitary Reaper. Hey Veneer, what's your stance on antinatalism? Are you an atheist? I guess I talked about this atheism thing just before. And what's your stance on antinatalism? That's a huge topic, and I don't feel like I could do this justice here. So just to keep it short, I am not an antinatalist, but I do think most people shouldn't have children. But for reasons that's more has to do with psychological reasons and how people function and don't function very well most of the time. So anyways, let's cut this short. Let's just move on. Okay, move on. Next question. So not an antinatalist though. Next question by Tradutor de Direita Vegano. There is so many or too many questions already, but I feel like I can give it a try, right? Sure. What is the best book or the best books that you've ever read in your entire life? I'm not really a book person. I did read a couple of things, but I don't really have any favorites. I'm just not really so much into reading books. Yeah. Oh well. Next question by Zimtkatze, Cinnamon Cat. All right, so what are your favorite bands? Favorites again, yeah, always difficult for me, as I figured today. I guess at this point in time I listen to Starset, Blinded Colony, and Nothing More. I really like Nothing More also because I do like the lyrics often. Moving on, also from Zimtkatze, are you in a relationship? I did mention that on the side before. I am married for a bit over 2 years now. Next question, also by Zimtkatze, okay. And will you go to any festivals this year? And if so, which will you go to? I guess I said that before too. Like, not really a thing where I live now, and I can't really afford to go to to buy plane tickets to go to festivals in Germany or somewhere else. So probably not this year. I would like to, and I hope I can at some point, but no plans at this point in time. Next question by Evelina, and I don't feel confident enough to pronounce your last name. I don't want to screw it up. How commonly do you end up debating about veganism? Online a lot, offline not really so much, just because I'm not the most social person, I guess, so I don't go out that often, and I'm not really a confrontational person either, so yeah, not really often at all outside of the internet. Second question, who do you consider to be your highest moral authority, a person or character you look up to? I just think I want to try to be the best version of myself. I try to improve myself, and that's not based on any other person, so I don't really have someone who I would consider my highest moral authority. Number 3, what are your favorite TV series? I haven't watched TV for many years, but online I do watch some series every now and then, usually animated. I guess the shows that I would mention would be Avatar: The Last Airbender and Ergo Proxy. Yeah. Next one by Vegan Rocker. The whole world decides to go vegan, but only if you spend a night making love to Donald Trump. Do you do it? What? Okay, there's one person and only one person who I truly love, and that's the only reason who I can even make love to. So can't happen just by default. I can't make love to Donald Trump. Next question by Eileen Hunt. What do you work as apart from YouTube? I work as an English tutor for a foreign company who teaches, basically, or I'm supposed to teach English to Chinese people based on lesson materials that I get from the company. Anyways, moving on. Next question by Sean O'Donnell. He asks, do you know the way? I feel like this is an internet meme or some sort of inside joke question, because I've seen this multiple times now. Not sure if this refers to anything, but I try to find my way. Moving on. Orange Pawi asks, in your last video you said you would upload new kinds of videos additionally to your animations to get rid of the problem with YouTube's monetization. What else than Q&As do you have in mind? Very good question. I did have in mind some sort of cooking videos at first, but I also talked about that earlier. Probably not gonna happen, just because it was kind of chaotic. And what else do I have planned? I was thinking about doing a video about Matt Dillahunty, just because he's such a... I won't say it, because otherwise this video will definitely get demonetized, and it probably will anyway, but oh well. I was thinking about doing responses to certain people. Not sure if this is gonna happen. I thought about a couple of video ideas, but most of them take quite a long time to do, which really takes a lot of time away from animation, which I still want to keep my focus on. So talking videos about other people that are just semi-scripted, or just streams. That's my situation right now, just because I feel like all videos, if I want to do them properly, will take a lot of time to do. So streams, and maybe videos talking about other people and commenting on things that they said about veganism. Next question by Rebecca Pose. Where do you go to daydream? It could really be any place. I think I don't have any particular place for daydreaming, but just now it also reminds me of something that I do, which is kind of similar to daydreaming. That's what I do in like a street not too far from here, usually in summer, especially when it's still warm outside in the night. I will go there because there's little light and hardly any cars will drive by. And then you can see, relatively speaking, a lot of stars. Not as many as, like, let's say New Zealand or so, but if you look very close and if there are no clouds at all, you can see just a tiny, tiny bit of the Milky Way. It kind of looks like almost it would just be some almost translucent cloud, but it's actually the Milky Way. So I like then to just lie on the road and look at the sky, at the stars. So that's pretty cool. It's not really daydreaming though, is it? Because it's in the night. Next question by LA Veta. LA Veta. Clever name. What changed for you since you went vegan? I'm talking about personal results, impact on friends and family, etc. That's a big question. I would probably have to do a video on it to answer it properly. I can just say it changed a lot, but also just because I think I evolved as a person. So obviously my environment had to change, and family and veganism doesn't go too well together in many cases, in my case as well. So that's as much as I will say about this. I could imagine talking about this in depth in a video, but just for this answer, for this question in this video, a lot of things changed, a lot of things due to veganism, but a lot of things also just because of general changes I've made in my life. So I would say at the end of the day, it's definitely nothing that I am sad about, because people change and that's a good thing. People are meant to change and evolve, and if certain people just are on a completely different path with their own life, then, you know, you will split, like your ways will split basically. So I don't see it as anything negative. White Kita asks, or says rather, truly beautiful drawing, love it, thank you very much. And my question is, what country are you from? Germany. And what is your zodiac? Aries. Aries. Hilda Kukonen asks, do you have any tips for new vegans? I didn't have a problem giving up dairy, meat and eggs. If I crave something, I think of baby animals being ripped away from their moms. But I'm not a great cook and I'm on a budget, so if you have any suggestions on what to eat, I would really appreciate it. I love your artwork and your animations. I especially love the Average Joe video. Love from Finland. Thank you so much. I'm really happy you enjoy my stuff. As for your question about tips for food, I guess important things are nutrition and taste, of course. So for nutrition, just try to make sure you get all that you need, especially greens and stuff, which I'm also kind of... I have to actually pay attention to greens. I probably don't eat enough of them. And yeah, just make sure to pay attention to that and then find out what tastes do you like and buy seasonal and local groceries. They usually are a bit cheaper in most places, I think. So, and then just try to find which vegetables do work together well, and then make some vegetable make sauce or just cook vegetables in general, and then eat something you like along with it, like lentils or whole wheat pasta or something like that. So, you know, cooking vegetables and pasta isn't very hard. So that's what I like to do because I like the taste, and I guess it's okay for my health as well. Lady Servaday, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. Sorry if I said it wrong. Awesome painting, thank you very much. What are your favorite tools for digital art? Brush tool and eraser, really. That's almost everything that I need. I do use sometimes some other things like filters maybe here or there, but hardly ever, or gradient tool, but really, for the most part, I just use the brush and the eraser. And if you have different opacities or different levels of hardness of the brush and eraser, then you can do most things anyway. So yeah, those two things, I guess, brush and eraser. Miguel Sweeting Casado asks, are the aliens brothers or friends? I think friends. Didn't actually think about it too much though, so let's just say friends. Did the meat eater survive the desert island?
What?
Unlikely. Is Carrot Man an alien in disguise? Maybe he's not speaking because he wants to hide his alien accent or so. So possibly. And last question from Nono Nagi, a weird one, but hey, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? I have a wife. Okay, that were all of them. I think I recorded for much longer than I thought I would. So a lot of questions, thanks for all of them. And yeah, thanks for watching if you made it to this point. If you didn't, I actually can totally get that, because this video is probably going to be really damn long. I hope I answered your question. I think I didn't forget any. So thanks again for all your support, for all your questions, and see you in my next video, whatever that's gonna be. And take care. See you next time. Bye bye.